Hey, what's up, besties? It's your girl, Elaine Michelle, and I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to be doing our September budget, so if you're ready to get into it, then stay tuned. Hey. Alright, so as you guys know, I go over and I do a monthly view. I love doing a monthly view because it really just helps me to be able to kind of see where everything is and have a really good visual when I'm thinking back on what bills are due, when, how, where, and all of that stuff. And then I'm able to kind of make some little notes of things that are going on over here, any goals or anything like that. So what I have here, I've just went ahead and put all of my bills in. I use these stickers from my shop. This is a kit from Shay's Budget Shop. This is a specially made kit from me because this is our birthday month, Shay and I's birthday month, so we have this kit. And then I go in and I add my little icons from my shop on there, which I think are super duper cute and give me, again, I'm a visual person and it helps me to remember so well because I look back, I'm like, oh, this was on this date, and I see the picture. Another thing that I also do is mark traveling. I don't know if people actually pay attention to when they're traveling or mark when they're traveling, but I thought this was a genius idea. People were doing this in their actually like monthly plan with me's for things not budget related, but I was like, this is something I need to do for my actual budget so that I can see when I'm traveling, see the different things that I have going on. So I picked this like little confetti washi to do that, but I use that just as a signifier that I'll be out of town that day or I'll be doing some sort of traveling so I can prepare financially for the traveling. Now, everything isn't always like direct out of pocket, but I like to make sure I have my spending money, or in case something happens, I have something like emergency money ready to go for the trip. Especially like this day is our family reunion. Why did I get tied up? This is our family reunion, and so I may be having to give some money for food, but I'm not sure how much. So I'm gonna say maybe about $20 to $50, but I'm never really sure until we get down there. We're driving with my brother, so I may have to drive. That may be extra gas money. Like, all of those things need to be taken in consideration, so I like to do that there. All right, so let's go ahead and get into, and then birthdays. This month is packed full of birthdays, so I really had to make sure that like I did something a little bit different and listed them all, because most of these will be either we'll be going out to eat, or I'll be getting them a gift or something like that. Bubba's birthday party, all that stuff. So it's a whole thing, you guys, a whole thing. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get into our September expenses. Let's put down our income sticker. Okay. So we have our income here. Okay. So our income, we're going to have paycheck number 1, paycheck number 2, and we're going to have our online income. Okay, so for our paycheck number 1, we pretty much know what we're going to get. I am salaried and I get paid. I get paid, what is it, semi-monthly, which means I get paid twice a month. So if you don't get paid twice a month, you would just put, you know, what your paycheck days and stuff like that are on there. You want to make sure you list them all out, because if you don't, you'll, you know, risk, you know, not having what you need to have. So my online income, I'm expected to make about $2,000. I'm hoping all of that can come through and everything will be good as gold. Y'all know it's been like a struggle bus for trying to manage all the things that I have going on in life. So sometimes these things have to take a back seat, and I didn't really do a lot of recording in August. So because of that, that affects my coinage that I bring in. When I don't post, I don't make no money. Just being clear, okay? When I don't tell you I got new stickers, everybody ain't always out here checking for your girl. So it's a thing, okay? So let's go ahead and do our bills and expenses. Let me put that there. Okay. All right, so we're gonna write in our bills and expenses, and then I go through and like like kind of talk about them. But a good way to organize your bills and expenses is just starting from the beginning of the month and kind of working its way down, and make sure that you capture everything that you need to capture for that particular month. Doing it in this petite planner is amazing for me because I'm able to like flip back. I can look at budgets from before. I can see all the things, and this part is held in the back of the petite planner. It's a monthly planner, and then you have the actual months up here in the front, so you can like flip back really easily and see all the things that you need to see. All right, so first up we got our rent, and we're going to budget that at $780. We know that that actually comes in a little bit less sometimes, but you know, it's a thing. It's a whole thing. I am actually renewing my lease, so I'm kind of nervous to see what they're going to be charging me, and it wasn't in my contract, and they were closed, so it's been a whole thing. I'm just waiting on them to tell me what it is, so I'm just going to keep it at $780 until they give me something different, and I'll just know, you know, what it is and how much it's going to increase. Usually increases like about $20 every year that I've been staying over here. May not seem like a lot, but whoo, chile, it can be a whole lot. All right, so then we have our insurance, and this is $165. I hate the way that I just wrote that. Almost wrote 55 instead of a 6, so that's $165, and that does include my renter's insurance, my life insurance policy, as well as my car insurance. All of that stuff is bundled into one, and I'm hoping that as we are approaching up on almost, let's see, no, it's not even a year yet, but when it comes to a year, I hope they like reduce a whole lot. Whew, I need to check and see when we have to like whatever that is, whatever we be doing, I need to check and see if that's something that I can get done. All right, so we have our Navient, and it is $180.10. Okay, and then we have iTunes number 1, and we have that at $16.41. We have our iTunes number number 2. That's $9.99, and this is my storage. I had to increase my storage due to my phone, and then my iTunes number 1 is Apple Music, and that's just something I like to have. I have a family sharing thing on there that I share with family members so that they can also get it, especially those that help me a lot. I'm like, that's the least I can do is give you some free music, you know what I'm saying? So that's my thing. It's my way of giving back to community as well as my Netflix. So if anybody asks about my community service, just know it's all wrapped up in my budget. Okay, then we have Zips Car Wash, and that is still $15. Okay, and then we have Sling TV, and that is at $38.31, which I am really satisfied with Sling TV right now. I really am. Like, I wasn't sure I was going to like all of the channels and things that I got with it, but it's been pretty darn amazing. So I'm going to love on Sling TV. Thank you to all of the subscribers who told me about it, because I definitely was like, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about YouTube TV. They're going up again. It was like, try Sling TV, and it's been working. I get it on my phone, my iPad. I can put it on, I have it on my Xbox, which is what I was nervous about, because my streaming device in the living room is my Xbox instead of like actually having a Google Chromecast or whatever. So it just really works out. And then my TV that I recently got, it has Sling TV installed on it. So I mean, it's just been a seamless process, and I love it. And you can add things to it, but I struggled with adding stars to it, so that's a whole nother thing. But there are options, and you can pick your channels and all that stuff. All right, so now we have our car note, which is $500, and that hasn't changed. We pay a little bit over every time just to try to pay some of that balance down. A lot more than what they are asking for. Okay, so then we have our electric bill, which is MLGW. Now that one has been increasing, and I'm gonna leave it at $180 right now. Now that Bubba's in school, so we're kind of doing a lot of things here at the house I guess in the nighttime. Whereas we normally like on the go and stuff, we're like here a lot more with him being in school. I'm trying to build some structure and stuff, so I know we're probably going to be using a little bit more power, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to keep it at 180 for September. That's about where it fell for August, so I think we'll be safe if we keep it there at 180. All right, and then we have Sprint. And Sprint is going to decrease to about 100, and I'm going to put 140. Yeah, I think we said we're going to put 140, although it may be 150. I feel like I decreased it too much. I need them to tell me what it is. Okay, I'm going to put 150 here just to be on the safe side. I ended up paying off my Apple Pencil, and I didn't know it was still like on there messing up stuff. I got a $5 discount for doing automatic payments, so all of that like decreased it by a lot of money, and I was like, what? So there's a lot of fees tied into having stuff on there. I will never ever do that again, where I purchase like an iPad through the service. Like, I would get the service, but I don't necessarily need the iPad, if that makes sense. Only because it's just, in the long run, like, it was supposed to be like a free iPad, and it just, I mean, it ain't been free, you know what I'm saying? It's been costing. So I just don't think that's something I'll stick with going forward, especially if I have a work phone that has Wi-Fi. For me, it doesn't make sense to have my iPad running on Sprint and then my phone running on Sprint, because they both have Sprint, so it's not going to work anyways. All my Sprint users know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a thing. So yeah, but that should decrease, and I'm hoping that by next year I'm gonna go ahead and pay off my phone. I think it depends on how this month goes, if I'm going to get the new phone or not that's about to come out. I'm leaning towards not, and just going ahead and paying off the 10X Max, which is what I have. I have the 10X Max, which I absolutely I love that phone. It's been the first one in a while that I've like fallen in love with. Haven't seen any need for extra features or anything like that, so I'm not really sure what they can offer me that I don't already, you know, have. Okay, so let's do Xfinity. They still playing with your girl. I still be calling though. Don't get it twisted. Don't think I ain't calling, asking them for my money's back, or at least a cheaper, you know, bill. There's that. Okay, so we have Xfinity. Then we have Netflix, which is $17. And again, I have that one because I have 4 accounts, so that any TV or any account can run at a given time, and I just, you know, I like that. All right, so we have kickboxing. Okay, and our kickboxing is $38.52 for the month. And then we also have Stars. Okay, and that's $8.99 a month. And then we also need to put down, I'm gonna go ahead and budget it in here, which is my child care, aftercare for Austin. He's in aftercare now that he's in kindergarten. I don't get off in time enough to be able... Did I already say this? This feels like deja vu. If I did, excuse me. I don't get off in time enough to pick him up by the time he gets out of school. So in order for me not to be like, if somebody can't go pick him up, I may be in a meeting, I may, you know, something happens, I know that he's already where he needs to be. And if someone can pick him up, then we do it like that, versus having it planned for every day, somebody picking him up, and then if they can't, there's nowhere for him to go. So that was my thought process for doing the aftercare, and I'm really satisfied with that thought, because I feel a lot better knowing that he has somewhere that he's going, a continuous routine and things like that. If you guys don't know Bubba, he is like very routine oriented, as I am myself, and that's probably a lot dealing with me, because as he was growing up, I would tell him what was going on for the day. So like when he was going to daycare, I'd say, today you have this going on, and mommy's not gonna be able to pick you up, but Josh will pick you up, so just make sure you know. Like, I would let him know different things like that. So now it kind of sticks with him, and he likes his schedule. He likes going to aftercare. He knows who's picking him up on what day. It's just a whole thing. Anyways, so back to my budget, random tangent about my kid. So that's the Stars app and all of that. Now let's get into, we have our cash envelopes, and then we have our sinking funds. Oh, and if for those who are watching for the first time, I have already taken, like, before I do anything else, like my savings and all of that stuff is already taken out of here. So this is just after everything, so I know what I'm working with in the end. Now with this, oh shoot, I just said I was going to put down aftercare, and y'all just let me put down, or you know what? How about this? I'm going to leave this, or will it come up? Okay, it came up. Y'all ain't about the right. Y'all ain't about the right. Y'all got any grandparents that say stuff like that? It's just not about the right. Or is that something that just ran in my family? In my hometown, we used to say that ain't about the right. Okay, so I'm gonna stick these two down here like this. Okay. Alright, and then we need to put aftercare. Okay, so aftercare for the whole month of September should be $100. So we have to pay by every Monday, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I get paid on the 30th. So within my paychecks, I'm only gonna put 4 of them in there because I get paid on that 30th, and I'll be putting, paying the money or whatever. Weirdest thing, like, we have to pay through Cash App, but I guess that's because, and it's like an accredited program too, but it's through Cash App. So that I guess they don't get any fees, because PayPal does try to get you with these fees. So aftercare is $200, and that's good. All right, so let's go in. Okay, so our cash envelopes, we have $840. And then sinking funds is $160. And I'll go into another video about my sinking funds and my cash envelopes and all that stuff. You guys know how we roll. So let's put our total expenses down. Okay. And then we'll put our remaining. And normally I have a little place for like notes and stuff, but I don't have a place on here for notes. So I'm gonna have to just like create a page, and I do have I feel like, okay, so September there's 4. Make sure I have enough pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's October. 1, 2, 3, 4. November. 1, 2, 3, 4. December. Okay, so I have enough pages that I can go into another one without like messing up stuff. Or I could use a sticky note, I guess. I could use that. I do have a, where am I? Here I go. Okay, so I'm just gonna, do I want to do this or do I want to, no, what did I just say? I said I want to make a sticky note. I want to make a sticky note. Okay. Yeah, let's make a sticky note. Let's make you utilize our sticky notes. All right, so this will be September notes. Okay, so we have some birthdays, and then, okay, so let me mark them in order. So we have Jazz, Tanya Chandler, me. Oh, I keep doing that. We have Shay, then me, and then Austin. Okay, and then we also have travel expenses. Okay, so we have Uniontown, and I'm gonna need about $100 for that. That'll let me contribute food and gas. Because it's just me and Bubba, but the gas to get to Uniontown from Memphis, it takes about a tank. But, of course, getting down there, I'd be real nervous because it's in the middle of nowhere. But, yeah. So, the Planning a Better Me retreat. And I'm not really sure. I'm just going to take, like, some spending money, basically. Because that's pretty much all I need to do. At this point, I've taken care of everything else. So, it's just spending money. So whatever I have left over for spending money is cool. Alright, so we're going to stick this maybe like over here for now. So we have that on there. And this is just a sticky notepad I got from Erin Condren. They have these that come with like your planners and stuff when you get them. And I love it because it's long and you could like stick it anywhere. It's just amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. Okay, so that way I can work through that, just having some spending money. So let's go ahead and add all this up. My nephew almost just got a whole word from me because he just texted me something crazy. Oh, being the TT is so enjoyable, okay? Especially the teenage boys at that. All right, so let's go ahead and add up all of the things here. And we have $780 for rent, $265 for insurance, $180.10 for Navient, $16.41 for iTunes number 1, $9.99 for iTunes number 2, $15 for Zips Car Wash, $38.31 for Sling TV, $500 for the car note, $180 for electric, $150 for Sprint, $90 for Xfinity, $17 for Netflix, $38.52 for kickboxing, $8.99 plus $200. All right, so that's gonna be $24.89.32 right there. Oh, plus $8.40 plus $160. All right, so that puts us at $3,489. Let me just make sure I added all that stuff correctly, which I think so. Okay, so we are at $3,489 is our total expenses that we are budgeting for this month. $3,489.32, and we're going to subtract that. So we have 2060 times 2, so we're at 4120 minus 348.9.32. All right, so that leaves us with $630.68 left after everything. Now, aftercare, his dad may take care of, but depending on how all of that goes, I just like to make sure I take care of stuff in the event that it doesn't go the way that I think it should go. So we'll have $630.68 left. Now, some other things that I have going on. Woo, child. I gotta get another sticky note. Okay, so I have some church events that are going to require some money. So this is a whole thing. So we have beauty shop talk. Okay, and that's $20. We have what else was it? Painting with a twist. And that's $20. The fashion show. Okay. Now I think they gave me 5 tickets. Whew. Child. Okay. $75 for the fashion show. Now this is for 5 tickets because we're all responsible for 5 tickets. So what I like to do is just go ahead and pay everything and get that done and over with, so I don't have to worry about it. So that's 2020. And then also we have the TD Jakes conference. Payment. And we're putting $100 down on that for next year. So let me add all that together. Whoo, sweet baby Jesus. Plus 20 plus 20 plus 100. That is $215 right there that I have in church event expenses. So I'm gonna make sure that I take that out of there. So now that we have all of our little things here, I need to make sure I mark that. Goodness gracious. Woo, Chile. Okay, so we got the $215 from the 6, so 630 dot 68 minus 215 minus 100, and let's say $100 for spending money. So that leaves us with $215.68. So I put $100 here. So our overall remaining funds, so after this, we're going to put $215.68 to debt. Okay, so the great thing about this is what I do, and everybody doesn't do this the same way, so you do it however you want to. I actually just try to make sure at the end of the month I have that number down there, and then I move that over into debt. My reasoning behind that is I am a single mom, okay? Everything is based on me. So if I miss something comes up, I need to make sure that I haven't already pay the debt down and then put myself in a worse position. So I need to be very, very clear on how all of that, really works out. So that's where we are with everything, and I'm loving it. Looks like I'll have about $215 left. I'll put towards a car note. That way I can get that done and over with. And my church events will be covered. And I'll pay them on separate times. Like the fashion show isn't until after my 15th paycheck. So the first 2 will come out of my first paycheck, and then this 75 will come out of the next one. I do have to prepare for Austin's birthday party for the end of August, but October. The beginning of October. Whoo, child. But he just wants to do a swimming party, so I think we have a way of getting that done. All right, so let's go ahead and mark on here. Where are my little dots? You girl. I know I put them dots somewhere, child. Where my dots go? Where my dots go? I was trying to be creative this time and said, I'm going to use my dots. And now here I am with no dots. Where the dots go? That's all right. We'll just use these. Okay, so let's put down these little asterisks. Okay, so these are the ones that are going to come out automatically. That's also another good thing to mark down. Insurance is automatic. Navient is automatic. iTunes, automatic. Ooh, I hope I have enough of these little thingies. I'm up here talking. Okay, iTunes number 2, automatic. Zips Car Wash. It's automatic. Y'all remember that song for Brandy? Or am I just really old? Because that used to be my jam. Okay, this one doesn't want to work. Come on, you can do it. How many more do I have? My car note. Or maybe, you know what? I probably need to do this the other way around. I probably need to mark the ones that aren't automatic. Because it looks like some of these have been put on auto pay. So I'm just going to stick these back down here. And I'm going to mark the ones that aren't automatic instead and do that way, because I was about to put a whole bunch of stars over here for no. It was gonna be a mess, honey, a mess. Okay, come on. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. Okay, so we're going to put these down for the ones that actually have to be manually paid. Okay, so that's our electric, our Sprint bills now, whatchamacallit, auto pay. Xfinity is not, because I don't trust them. Don't trust, no. Okay. And then aftercare isn't. Kickboxing is, Netflix, all that stuff is. Okay, so that made it make more sense there. Alright, so here's my completed budget that I have for the month of September. I go from doing this to write out everything just to see where I'll be at for the overall month. And then the next step is to break it down by paycheck. When you break it down by paycheck, it just makes it easier for you to account for the monies that you have within that time frame versus thinking you're going to have, like here, I'll have $630 left over, quote unquote, at the end of the month. But that's not saying that whole $600 is going to be available to me at the same time. So it's important that you break it down to another level just so that you can make sure you're accounting for everything. I hope you guys have enjoyed this budget with me. Let me know how your budgets are coming along. September is about to get on and popping. It's time to reset, recharge, and refresh. Okay, that's a Planning a Better Me term. But I am here for all of that, and I'm excited about the budget going forward, and I can't wait to share some new things with you guys. I love you guys in real life, and I'll catch you in the next one. Mwah! KK, bye! Okay, so now that you finished watching this budget with me, you need to go ahead and go back and watch some other videos. Why not? There's probably going to be a video that pops up in here, you know, lets you know that I have other things going on. I am much more than just my budget. I am not just my budget, okay? I got other videos. Although, depending on when you're watching this, you're probably going to get another budget video behind it. But that's neither here nor there. Just watch the video.